What's going on, Card Pack? Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 baseball cards that went up the most over the last week. We're getting deep into the baseball season. It's important to keep an eye on this stuff because there can be some selling and buying opportunities. Not a crazy list, just an interesting list this week. We'll dive into that in a second. Couple reminders. If you want the audios from this, check out the podcast. Link in description. If you're listening on the podcast, leave a review. As we go through these cards, I'll do buy, sell, hold. The ones that I think are buys, I will send out to the Card Pack newsletter before I publish the video. So join that. It's free. Link in description. But if you want my top sports card pick of the day, and we've been doing pretty good with these, you got to join the Sports Card Society, SportsCardSociety.com. It's a private Discord group, too, that has some serious, it's an excellent community. It has serious sports card investors in it, and they pay to be there. It's only $12.99 a month, so it's like 40 cents a day. I mean, it's nothing. There's a membership area. You log in. I put up a new video almost every day. Videos are short. They're less than 5 minutes. They show the card, the data, the research, the reasoning as to why, and what I plan on doing with it. And while you're at it, get a t-shirt over at Sports Card Swag. Link for everything in the description. Let's dive into the content. But first, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button and that like button. And we are going to be doing a giveaway, if you haven't heard. We're going to be giving away an NBA Prism Cello Pack of 2020, so LaMelo Ball rookie year. Those going for about $40 right now. We'll be doing that. I'm going to have the page up very soon for you to join. You will need to be a subscriber to the channel, so just hit that while you're there and be sure to hit that like button. Let's dive into the content. Fernando Tatis Jr., number 10 on the list. 2019 Topps Chrome Base, pop count of 8671, 37 sales on the week. It's not a real high sales volume, up about 2.5%. Let's pull up the chart. Right, it's a sideways card, like this is his Topps Chrome card, but these sideways cards, I just don't love them. I think the market kind of thinks that too. I said this before, but if PSA can make a slab where the label went up here along the long side for these sideways cards, I think that'd be better. Anyways, this card started the week at 267, ended the week at 260. Let's pull it back 30 days. 265, 260. So it really has been sideways for about 30 days. Let's pull it back 90 days. By the way, this tool I'm using is the Market Movers tool. Most important thing I use in sports card investing, no doubt about it. I'll put a link for it in the description with a discount code. The code is SOCIETY. You'll get 20% off your first month or your first year, whichever subscription you choose. Let's see here. So it's 30 days, 90 days ago, this card is up around 340. It's been coming down. Looks like it's found some good support around the upper twos, 280, although it's come down a bit here to 260, I guess. So I wouldn't be buying this card. I'd either be holding it or selling it, depending on what you think is going to happen. If you think the Padres will be getting into the playoffs and doing good there, it's worth holding. In my opinion, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Make your own decisions. But I would hold it in that case. And if not, I would probably sell it. Next on the list, Shohei Ohtani, 2018 Topps Update Base, pitching in red jersey. That's what it's called. Pop count of 5,027, 37 sales on the week, down 5.4%. Let's take a look. Red jersey, okay. 231 to start the week, 225 to end the week, so it has been going down. Let's pull back 90 days. Let's see where the high was. So the high, looks like that, I'm going to call, probably somewhere between 250 and 275 was the high. He's come down a bit to about the 200s. I did say back here around the All-Star game to sell him because I felt like that was the peak. It just went up so much leading up to it, the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby, that I was just like, I think that's the top. Middle of the season, Shohei's still playing great. I just felt like that was the top because it's come up so much. We pull back 180 days, and you'll see how far it's come from. Me and the society were buying the heck out of this card in January, February. Well, everything Shohei and Vlad we'd get our hands on, because I just felt he was so undervalued. I didn't know he was going to do this good, you know what I mean? But I knew he was just very undervalued, and the likelihood of, because I just didn't feel like it could go any lower. I thought the market was completely out on him and Vlad. And I was like, listen, these are so cheap. The day I decided that I realized it was, I was at my local card shop and I saw Shohei 2018 Topps Heritage PSA 9 for $10. And I'm like, what? Okay, I'm going to buy a bunch of Shohei because it's literally rock bottom and he's still got so much upside. So, but I think this was the top. And that's what I said back here on the All-Star game. I said, I think this is top. I think it's time to sell Shohei. I sold a lot of my Shohei around here. Topped it out. I sold some back here. I sold some here. And I have very little Shohei left now. I sold most of it up here. But I'm not a buy on this card. Could be a hold. But, he probably made a good amount of money. So it might make sense to sell before it goes down more. But they could make the playoffs, and that could really ramp them up. For sure. So that's your call. I would either sell it or hold it. I wouldn't buy it. Mr. Wander Franco, 2019 Bowman Chrome Prospects. Pop count of 95.31, 38 sales on the week, well under that 1% sales volume. Up about 8%. Let's pull up the cheesy. It's my inner Snoop Dogg. And it's cheesy. Get it? Haha. Wander, 150 to start the week, 167 to end the week, 192 is the high. Let's pull back 90 days. I think that'll give us a good picture of this card. It hit a high here because I think that's when he got called up. And then it's been going down ever since. Looks like it's found maybe some stability down here. I don't think I'd be a buy on the Chrome one. I think we looked at this last week, and that's how I felt. I actually felt the paper prospect was a buy, but the Chrome I didn't. Let's pull up the 9. Maybe the 9's a little different. Let's compare them. Heck, let's pull up BGS 9.5 too. One of the many reasons I love this Market Movers tool is being able to compare stuff like this. They all seem to be following that same trend. Let's look at the ratio. Now, typically, if these pop counts, the 10 and the 9, are about the same, typically the 10 will go for about 3.5 times more than the 9. But as we can see here, the 10 has a pop count of 9,500, and the PSA 9 only has a pop count of about 3,000. So I expect that ratio to be less than 3.5. In other words, I expect the 9 to be much closer to the 10 value. Maybe 2.5. Let's take a look. Yeah, that 9 might be undervalued. As it shouldn't, because these pop counts are so different. That 9 might be a buy. Let's go to eBay real quick. Well, what's the 9.5 at? Let's take a look. 1.63. So I'd say actually the 9.5 is a little overvalued there, because typically the 9.5 should be about half as much. So the 10 should be twice as much as the 9.5. So I'd say the 9.5 is overvalued, but the 9, if we can find it for around that price, is probably undervalued. Let's go to eBay real quick. Where are we at? Come on, let's find one. Here we go. 74. That's probably about what it should be. Got any auctions going on? Let's go to ending soonest. Oh, jeez. There's a couple auctions. Few auctions going on. They all end. Oh, I love when I see that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 auctions ending at the same time. It's a supply and demand thing. There happens to be a big supply ending at the same minute. I think it's possible to get this card for $55 or under, and in that case, I would be an absolute buy there. I am very intrigued by this. I will put a link in the description for to these eBay auctions here. Again, it's only got about 7 hours left, so I don't know when you're watching this. It's noon Pacific Standard Time right now. So take a look-see. I'll put a link there, and I'll be sending out the Card Pack newsletter too a little before I publish the video. But I'd be a buy on that 9 if I could get it for $55 or less, because the ratio it's just undervalued. So next on the list, Julio Rodriguez, 2019 Bowman Chrome Prospects, pop count of 4238, 39 sales on the week, so it's pretty good sales volume, almost 1%, up 12.4%. Let's take a look at the chart. Let's see here. 102 to start the week, 98 to end the week, at a high of 113. Just been going down, really. Just kind of have this little spike here from this dip. I would not be a buy on this. I may even be a sell, because look at that, 90 days is doing nothing but going down. It doesn't look like it's going to be stopping. I would maybe sell and get out. Next on the list, Luis Robert, Lou Bob. 2020 Topps base, pop count of 8742, 48 sales on the week, down about 2%. So sales volume is about 0.5%. Let's pull up the chart real quick on Lou Bob. I think Lou Bob can start getting some traction. Let's look at his price chart, his price action though. You know, he's had an interesting season. We'll put it that way. Pop count of 8742, if I didn't say that already. $42 to start the week, 56 to end the week. It really looks like that 42 was just a little bit of an outlier dip. Someone got a deal there, because it looks like the real value of this card to me is around $55. Let's pull back 90 days. Take a look-see. Looks like it definitely bottomed out around $50, $55, and it's just been riding steady. Let's go 30 days. It might actually be trending up a bit on a meaningful trend. No, pretty flat, sitting around here. This could be his bottom. Do the Sox have a chance at the playoffs? I don't know what their record is. Let's go to eBay real quick. It's cheap, and I really am bullish on Lou Bob long term. It's just above that $50 mark, so I would be open to buying it on eBay instead of StarStock. Although let's go to StarStock real quick and see what this Lou Bob. What card was this? Topps. It's Topps flagship. And whoops. Let's go here. There it is right off the bat. PSA 10, a little high for me. StarStock A may be a decent value. Latest sale was $670. If you don't have a StarStock account, I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description for it with a promo code. If you use code SportsCardConsultant, you'll get $10 free when you deposit $10 or more. StarStock A's, you can basically count them as PSA 9s. I mean, they're not slabbed, but you can basically bank on them. You can basically bank on them being a PSA 9 if you were to send them in, which I don't know if StarStock's still allowing send in because of, PSA shutdown, etc. I think I got in the last batch that was being allowed, but I'm not sure. I haven't tried to send it since. Anyways, the last time I looked, the last batch I saw come back had about 1,100 cards of StarStock A's, and 92% of them were 9s or 10s, with about 42% being 10s. So, to me, this might actually be a little good sneaky value here. Plus, you don't pay shipping, you don't pay sales tax, you just pay $6.99. Or you can go make an offer on this too. Like there's an offer over here, $5.98. Anytime you can just accept this offer. This may be a buy. Again, I'll put a link in the description for StarStock A, because I think I'd buy it on eBay. Let's go see what price points we can find for this card here. Well, come on now. Ooh, getting a little high for me. I haven't even seen one yet. Yeah. 59. Let's go back and look at the chart again just to be sure. Is it a best offer? No. This one is, though. That's interesting. If I could get this for like 55 or less, ideally 50, I'd probably be in on that. I mean, think about how much it costs to get this stuff graded. No one's sending these in. I have no idea when anyone will ever send these into PSA again, frankly. Probably be quite a while. And it'd probably be like something like Super Value or something that might take like 2 years to get the card back. So, and the chart shows me, I think it might be around a bottom. I just don't see it going down much more. If I could get this for under 55, ideally 50, I think I'd be happy. Or if I could buy it on StarStock, which the PSA 10s were a little high. Maybe get a StarStock A, it's really cheap. and I think it has a good chance of going up. So I'll put a link in the description for this card. I could be a buy on that for 55 or less. Again, ideally 50. So next on the list, Gleyber Torres, 2018 Topps Update Base. Pop count of 91.24, 53 sales on the week, well under that 1% sales volume. Up just shy of 5%. Let's pull up the chart. Let's take a look. Let's see what Gleyber's got going on. I'm not a big buyer of Gleyber Torres. About $29 to start the week, $30 to end the week. It's pulling back 90 days. I doubt I'm any kind of a buy on this. I mean, he could go up. I mean, if you wanted to hold, that'd be a hold or a sell on that card. Next on the list, Juan Soto. Actually a good player, although this year hasn't been necessarily what we all hope for. 2018 Topps Update Base. Pop count of 18,051. 55 sales on the week, up a little over 9%. Let's pull up the chart. 18,000. It's hard to move the price of a card with that high of a pop count because of the market cap, which is, in this case, would be 18,051 times like probably about $150. That'd give you the market cap. It's just hard to move that, in order for this card's price to double, that market cap needs to double. That's hard. That's why it's hard for Apple's stock price to double as opposed to some little known no company, because it's easy for it to go from, it's hard for Apple to go from 2 trillion to 4, much harder for Apple to go from 2 trillion to 4 trillion than it is for some random new company to go from 100 million to 200 million, Soto, so he started the week at 135, end of the week 136. Let's pull him back 90 days. Soto's a good player. I think he's just disappointed a bit this year and stuff. 90 days ago, his card was going for well over 200. Looks like up to 220, but it looks like it's really found its support around 145 to 150, and it's been holding that for pretty long, since almost 2 months actually. Do the Nats have a chance at the playoffs? I don't know. I'm not sure who's in the playoff hunt and who's not. I know my Twins aren't really. Interesting. 143, 139. That's free shipping though, so technically a little cheaper. Anyone got best offer on there? You do, from Canada. I mean, since it's showing 2 months of support, with actually, if we pull it back 30 days, it's slightly trending down over 30 days. All right, I think I'm a hold or a sell on this card, depending on their playoff probability. Next on the list, Eloy Jimenez, 2019 Topps Base, pop count of 59.62, 58 sales in the week, so that's about a 1% sales volume. Down almost 17% on the old week. Let's see what we got going on here. Start of the week at $60, end of the week at $53. Let's pull it back 30 days. Yeah, so Eloy about $50 30 days ago, about 53 today. I mean, he's slightly up. I don't know. Eloy's good. He's good. This is 90 days. Yeah. I mean, if you got it down here at 40 and you can sell it up here for around 60, I'd probably sell it. I think I'm a sell. On Eloy. Yeah. I think I'm a sell. Sell or hold, but a sell for me. Next on the list, Fernando. 2019 Topps Base, pop count of 14,717. 59 sales on the week. It's about a 35% sales volume, up 4%. Let's pull up the chart. I don't know if I'm completely over COVID yet. I have these moments, these little blips where I'm like, oh, am I getting sick again? Like right now I feel kind of hot. And like earlier today I felt like my lungs felt kind of funny a little bit, like my throat or my lungs. I'm like, what is that? And then it'll go away typically, and it's like, what is that? Like, I don't, my partner, she's still like, it's been a month now, and she's still like lower energy. I mean, we're not at our worst by any means, but I think I've recovered further than her, but she's still got like low energy and still having like sinus issues and stuff. And it's just like, COVID really sucks. It does. Like, if you think it's a joke, or you think it's just like flu or cold, I've never had flu or cold, anything even close to this in my life. So maybe you've had it, maybe you haven't. Odds are, if you're disagreeing with me, you haven't, or you had a really mild case, and lucky you. I don't know, I just want this crap to be over. But it can't be over just because we go, all right, I decide it's over. Like, it's over when it's actually over, and I hope it actually gets over soon, which I don't know what that looks like. I don't even know what that exactly means. There's the Fernando Tatis, the one we looked at before, but this is the Topps. The other one was the Topps Chrome. 187 to start the week, 191 to end the week. Let's pull back 30 days. By the way, if you haven't paid attention, like, kids are really coming down with some nasty, like babies and kids are really coming down with COVID really badly. Not just getting it, like dying, if you haven't been following the news at all. Granted, news, when I say the news, take all news with a big grain of salt. I don't care what you watch. I don't care if you're super political on one side and you watch only Fox or CNN or whatever. They're all lying to us. They all just, I'm not saying they're not telling the truth, but it's not the complete truth, or it's a version of the truth that they want or someone wants. There's always an agenda. So it's hard to tell. Anyways, not going to get into all that. Chill out. If I said something, just chill out. We all have to realize we don't know. We don't know. We got to look at what's in front of us and just go from there, because we don't know. I don't know. I don't know everything. I don't know exactly what's going on with this. I don't know exactly where it's going. I just know my experience, and that's all you know too. That's all any of us know is our own experience. Anyways, I'm just tired of having COVID, and I've had it for like 30 days, I think. So, tired of it. This card, 197 to end the week, 191 or the month, and then 191. So let's pull back 90. Overall, it's just held pretty steady. About 204. It's come down just a bit. Pop count's just so high. I don't think I'm a buy on it. If I were going to buy one, I'd probably rather buy the Chrome, much lower pop count. And the price isn't crazy different. Number one on the list is Luis Robert, 2020 Topps Chrome base, pop count of 7266, 60 sales on the week. So pretty decent sales. I'm getting close to 1%, up 92%. Let's look at the chart to see how. I feel like the chart just kind of misinterpreted the data. So that's why you always got to look. Let's see what's going on here. Now, it didn't misinterpret the data. Started the week at 88, low sale of about 75, but then had this pop-off sale of 155. So this is just an outlier shill bid or something like that. Let's pull up 30 days. I'm going to ignore that most recent sale of 150 some. 68 30 days ago, 75 today. So slightly trending up for sure. He was up here 90 days ago at 95, dipped down because he had his problems, down to about 57. It's been slowly going up ever since. Do I think it'll keep going up? Let's look at 30 days again. I'm intrigued to look at his 9 also. Let's take a look. I would probably rather buy this on StarStock for sure because of the price point. But maybe the ratio, kind of like that Wander Franco. Well, the ratio, we got to take it with a grain here because they're going to have 155. So, no. If anything, I think the 9 might be a little overvalued. I mean, I know it says 5.99. Whoa, way undervalued. But this is the sale I'm not counting. So I think, here between 80 and 28. Maybe that's about right, actually. About going for 80? Is this car going for 80? Let's get rid of the 9 real quick. 7 days. 7 days. By the way, hit that like button if you haven't. Slightly trending down. I think I'd be a hold or sell, depending on where you got it. If you got it down there in the 50s and we're up here, it might be a good time to sell. If you got it up higher, I'd probably hold it and see what the playoffs will bring. Again, I don't know what the White Sox playoff standing is. I'm going to have to take a look at all that. It's kind of, but it can change so much so fast. August is commonly, and September, commonly, things can really change a lot in those months. So that was the top 10. An interesting list, I felt like, this week. I think you got to be careful with what baseball you're buying. I think as we head into the playoffs, I think a lot of baseball will, the people that are going in the playoffs, especially if they have higher expectations or they outperform expectations, I think they'll go up. But that's not going to be the majority. So I think a lot of cards may be topping out in baseball. So it might be time to consider selling. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Do your own research, make your own decisions. Links for everything in the description. The Sports Card Society, if you want to see what we're buying. Market Movers tool with the discount code. The links for the buys from this video will be down there too. And some other stuff like the Delta Factor, Sports Card Swag, etc. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. We're going to be doing the giveaway very, 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 very soon. Stay classy. You're awesome.